up guys, Jake from A&J Reacts here. Welcome to today's video, and today we are going to be covering the story that happened this morning, and it has come out that Roma have sacked Jose Mourinho. Now Jose Mourinho has been at Roma for 2.5 years, and when he first came in, it was a great time to be a Roma fan. Although straight off the bat they didn't get Champions League football, they ended up winning their first ever European trophy in the Europa Conference League, and that was a great success for Mourinho. And then last year, with the introduction of some quality players as well, over the last few years, their business in the transfer market and the players that they have brought in have been exceptional. They have brought in big names, the likes of Paulo Dybala, Tammy Abraham, Romelu Lukaku this year, who, although there were circumstances surrounding his transfer, it is a big name to bring in. And then last year, getting all the way to the Europa League final and a chance to be back-to-back European champions. However, it did not end up to be Roma's night. They ended up losing to Sevilla on penalties. And this season, coming into it, there were pretty high expectations for Roma based on the team that they have and the experience that Mourinho possesses. I thought that they were going to make Champions League football this year and go far in the Europa League and maybe even compete for the cup. However, this season, Roma have been very disappointing. Very disappointing. They are currently sitting 9th in Serie A at the minute. They are 5 points away from the top 4. That doesn't seem like a big margin considering the point that we're at in the season. There's still 18 games left to play. But not just the league. They get knocked out of the quarterfinals of the cup by Lazio. Although they qualified for the Europa League knockout stages, they didn't look all that impressive. I feel that if you look at each performance, just getting by in them games, in my opinion. And we look at some of the players that are in this team. Like, they've had injury issues, of course. But some of these players who have been performing well over the last couple of years haven't been putting in the effort. And this is just another case of third season syndrome from Mourinho. We've seen it at Chelsea, getting sacked in his third year, both terms, getting sacked by Manchester United in his third year, and now it's happened again at Roma. And now that he's gone, the question is going to be who is going to be next in line for Roma. And already inquiries and approaches have been made to Antonio Conte. Conte is available right now. He is currently not at a club, and he is a type of manager that I really think that his football will benefit a team like Roma. They've been playing a three-at-the-back system under Mourinho, and there are and the players in there are comfortable with that system, and Conte's favourite system involves a three-at-the-back. We've seen that at Chelsea, we've seen it at Juventus, and we even seen that at Inter Milan. So that could be a very good option for them. And then there are other managers that, could be enticed of coming to Roma. But in my opinion, I think that will be the best pick for Roma. I mean, even Daniele De Rossi has been approached. And although he hasn't got a great deal of experience as a coach, I feel like him being a well-loved and respected figure in Rome would actually gain the support of not only the fans, but maybe of the players as well. Because as they're playing for Roma and they understand the loyalty and the history of the club, De Rossi could be a decent option in that regard. But in terms of the systems that he'll bring to the table, that is a very risky choice to make. And if I had to choose between De Rossi and Conte, I think it's no contest that you'd have to go for Conte. He's a proven winner. He plays a similar system to what the players have been used to for the last few years. So I think that will be the best option for Roma. And then the question will rise on what is next for Jose Mourinho? I feel the next step that could potentially happen, maybe in the next year, for Mourinho, could be Newcastle United. I've heard a lot of fans say that he would be an ideal replacement, and Eddie Howe, currently at the minute, is already under pressure for Newcastle underperforming already this season. So if he was to get sacked, maybe either at this point, or they'll probably use a caretaker manager to fill in for the rest of the season, or an interim manager, and then maybe Mourinho can come in for the new season. I think that would be a good choice for Mourinho, and it keeps him in top flight football, back in the Premier League. He's with a club that's very ambitious at the minute and is looking for goals to consistently make Champions League football and compete for titles. So I think that would be a good move for Mourinho. And then also, there could be the possibility, maybe, depending on what happens in the Euros, he could go and manage Portugal at the international level. A lot of fans have been calling that for years, and I feel that could be a good move as well. I feel like there are options for Mourinho here. I don't think that this is going to be the last of Jose Mourinho. I got to be honest, it was a bit of a shock hearing about it this morning, that Roma and him had decided to part ways. Although they have had a poor start to the season, a poor season so far, I feel like he should have probably been kept on for the remainder of the season. I think he's earned that at least. Bringing Roma their first ever European success, I believe. I don't feel that they've never won a Champions League, they've never won a Europa League. I'm not certain if they ever won a Cup Winners' Cup, but you know, a final in the Europa League, winning the Europa Conference League, and having some good wins under his belt. I know that he fell short in terms of Champions League football, which I think, not only me, a lot of fans were expecting from Roma was Champions League football. But they've fell at the final hurdle 2 seasons in a row now, and I feel their squad is good enough for Champions League football. And they're not only the players are underperforming. We've seen from Mourinho this year being reckless. He's been sent off multiple times from the stands, and he's just a coach. So, although I do understand where Roma are coming from in terms of sacking Mourinho, but then at the same time, I feel he probably earned himself a bit more time. I feel he should have just stayed on for the remainder of the season, and if they didn't get European football, didn't win anything, didn't get Champions League football, whatever their goals were at the start of the season, and he didn't achieve them, then you'll look at it and think, okay, it's 3 back-to-back seasons now. We've not got Champions League football. We won the Conference League. We did compete for the Europa League, but we expected a little bit more. Now that I can understand, but I feel just a bit too early for Mourinho to leave. But those, I feel, are the appropriate options for both Roma and for Mourinho on what's next for their future. But only time will tell. We can only wait and see what is going to happen, because something else could come out the blue for both parties, and we'll just have to wait and see. But that is my thoughts on the Mourinho Roma situation. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and if you enjoy this content, please like the video and subscribe to A&J Reacts. Come join the A&J family. Much love.